All right, it's the morning of the 14th. We survived from last episode. We camped like immediately outside of town. Like we didn't even get into the wilderness. I won't say where we camped, just in case the city of Damascus is watching. We're both very tired. We slept next to a river, maybe, and it wasn't the best night's sleep. But we're looking to do like a short day today. Maybe 15, 16 miles, if that, you can call that short. Shorter than what we've been doing. It's a lot more elevation than we have been doing in the last couple days. So I think the idea is just to take it easy, do what we can, stop when we need to. The next resupply is going to be in Marion. The reason why we settled in Marion is because they have a Taco Bell. That's how we thru hikers decide these things. So yeah, a couple days, maybe three and a half to Marion, especially if we're taking it slow. And then we'll head on out from there. So the mountain laurel is starting to get some new growth. Maybe these are early flower buds. I don't know what it looks like. And then right next to it, you can see the rhododendron has a similar thing going on. There's also all these on the rhododendron, which is, I think, those early shoots that got killed by that frost that we had. Oh man, look. Beginnings of a flower. First one I've noticed so far on trail. It's gonna be a challenging day to walk. It's probably already in the 60s. Might get close to 70 today. And there is no wind. I know I complained about the wind yesterday, but a little bit of a breeze would be nice. It's fairly humid. You can feel just warm pockets of air as you walk through. Yeah, it's gonna be a slow day. The end of Tennessee was just super flat comparatively. And now all of a sudden we got mountains again. So it's gonna be a nice and easy and slow day. It seems like a big difference I've noticed between Tennessee and Virginia so far is growth. All these different plants are starting to, they have a lot more leaves than they did just in Tennessee. I suppose I'm actually approximately at the same elevation. Might be a little bit lower than I was. So that might tie into it. So on that side of the bridge, there's a little creek on the other side of the road that I had to take my shoes off and cross. But then I crossed this bridge, and I am just marveling at its construction. It is an LVL of 2x10s. There are 24 2x10s thick from bottom to top. I can't tell how long an individual 2x10 is, but just one of those beams, that this bridge has to be about 50 feet long, one of those beams must weigh a couple thousand pounds. Incredibly strong and incredibly sturdy. I like looking at these things. Very, very well made bridge. I am making very, very slow time today. I've done like 4 miles in like an hour and a half. We'll see if I even get as far as I planned on going. This is one of those days that I just need to get through. It's very still, so the 60-degree temperature is starting to get to me. It's not much of a breeze. So the Appalachian Trail out of Damascus somewhat parallels the Virginia Creeper Trail, which is just off to my right by about 100 feet or so. The Virginia Creeper Trail is like very well maintained, flat and gravelly, and a lot of thru hikers elect to just hike the Virginia Creeper Trail instead of the Appalachian Trail. It is tempting. I don't know if you can see it there. It's like right off to the side. While the Virginia Creeper Trail is nice and smooth, the AT is longer, covering the same distance, and I go up and down mountains. This is like one of the more pleasant parts of the day, where it's relatively flat. But I'm trying to remain mostly pure to the white blazes. I haven't really skipped anything so far, and I don't necessarily plan to, with the exception of maybe that canoe trip. There's like a canoe trip you can take in the Shenandoahs, I think. That like, it's like a 3-day canoe trip. You go down a river. And that just sounds like an experience and a nice adventure. But as far as in the meantime, even though there's a very tempting path on a day I have no energy, I'm gonna try to remain pure. Ugh. Well, this is cool. Get to walk on a bit of a ledge. I am here at Saunders Shelter. I think it's like 7.9 or 8 miles or so from the start of the day. I only have about 6.5 left, and it is 1:40. So I am moving very, very slowly today. It's hot, but the shade provided by the shelter here is just so nice. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat a honey bun. It might be my favorite food on trail. I could probably eat straight honey buns. Although, it probably won't be good for me, but I can do it. Yeah, refilled my water here. I've been drinking a lot today, even though it's so hot. It was nice. I pretty much finished my water by the time I got here, so carried just enough. Pretty much as high in elevation as I'm going to be today as well. So I just got to go back down and then back up. I can do it. It's just going to take me some time. I'm like 4 miles from the shelter. Just found like a makeshift dam, maybe? It gave way at some point. Must be a lot of water flowing into this because it's flowing out just as fast. Are there any fish? There are some fish. Frodo finally caught back up to me. I'm going real slow. He's going real slow. I just took more breaks.
There's fish.
Yeah. There you are. I see you. I just ran into Strider, another cast member of Lord of the Rings. She had dropped her pack to go get ice cream. That's apparently down this road. I just wanted to check out this bridge, which is very nice. And going this way. I think it's like 2.5 miles to the shelter from here. Although I'm probably gonna push it a little bit past it, like 1.5 miles past to a campsite that has water on it. I'm feeling good enough that just doing like a couple extra miles, it really adds up over the days as you go. But I'm going to enjoy the Virginia Creeper Trail while I can. Look how flat it is. There's no rocks or roots or ups or downs. This is gonna be really nice. Or along the Virginia Creeper Trail, which is the one down there. They built like fishing piers. I haven't seen any fishermen, but I suppose it's pretty late in the day. That is Strider ahead of me. I just met her not 5 minutes ago. Now I know what I missed on the Virginia Creeper Trail, because I kind of get to walk with similar things. It would have been a lot easier today if I had done this instead, but staying pure. So just came upon this little grassy field up at the top of this hill, and you can tell like the stark difference between like what I've been hiking in and green. Like look how brown that hill is compared to just the green of this grass. It's like such a stark contrast to me, because like I've pretty much just been in brown with like the occasional green of rhododendron. Really cool. I'm guessing this is private land because there was a fence and like a little gate we had to walk through in order to get here. So I'm guessing that this is like, I don't know, maybe cows or something. I do not know. Either way, I'm about 1/2 mile from camp. It is just about 7 o'clock. It's been a lot of hours of hiking today. I think it's gonna be like a total of like 18 or 19 miles. Pretty good, especially considering how like I was not feeling it this morning. It's funny how that can change as the day goes on. Even if you go slow, you just have to keep on moving and you'll still put on plenty of miles. It's also finally started to cool down, which has just made hiking 100 times better. I don't do well in the heat. I'm happy I started March 8th earlier than most, because hopefully I'm gonna be able to finish before the heat gets too bad. Boy, what a beautiful spot. All right, might check in at camp.